It's a crowded city, not one of my favorite cities. It's super loud and crowded. However, it has a lot of good people, and that's really what brings me here. So I'm about to start a social and fundraiser event. Part of it is to raise funds to support our expansion to different universities, to more and more universities. But it's even more important for me for people to realize why we do what we do and understand the importance of educating and investing in the next generation of leaders. Um, when you look down, you really can't. I mean, it's really good to reach out to these people, but it's a lot of them, and you can reach out to them once. But in universities, you can reach out to that portion of population who's gonna become very influential. And not only that, but also you can reach out to them day after day after day, every single day. So the idea is how do we replicate what we do and focus on university specifically. So I'm glad that people are here. So that's the people who are showing up. So I need to get started soon. So stay tuned. I think we're going to get started in like 10 minutes. But I'm going to keep the live stream on. All right. See you soon. Yeah, this should be good.
You got
Sorry, sorry.
this game, right?
Absolutely. Grow eyes in the back of your head.
I'll just have this camera here.
Sure.
Thank you. Hello, how's it going? Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Adele.
Adele, nice to meet you.
Your name?
Faraz,
Hi.
nice to meet you. Do we know who the gluten-free person is?
I don't know.
Okay. The microwave is behind you.
The government now.
This one. People to like kind of in there.
Yeah.
I speak for too much, but at the end of it, would you say a few words?
Yes, of course. Want me to go over like my backstory?
Yeah. Literally could not have done this without you. Thank you.
Likewise.
So I think we have 30 sign-ups. There are about 30 people, and when we get started.
Yeah, I believe we have. What time should we be speaking?
Anytime you feel like start talking. Yeah. You want to have one more?
How can we make these?
This is from Plant Burger.
From plants?
Yeah.
So good. I'd love to. Is it like a soy?
I believe so. I'm not sure. Yeah.
You have the chicken one as well. Which you think is better?
I don't know.
I'm not really. I was never a chicken lover.
Okay.
Hey, for us?
Oh my God.
Good to see you.
How are you?
Good. Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course.
How's it going?
It's good. Yeah. I was just at a conference yesterday and today.
What conference?
At NYU, the Mind Ethics and Jeff Sebo's thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You're being live streamed, by the way. So
All right.
you're not on camera, but that's
Yeah.
the new thing is sort of doing.
Yeah. It's
The talks or live streams.
nice. Yeah, Elaine was helping with that. Yeah, nice.
So
Seth,
don't share the secrets of AI world because it gets broadcasted to the
okay,
universe.
sounds good. I won't reveal any of my top secret now. Yeah.
What's up, Seth?
Seth, you know the guy that like donated that you emailed me about?
Yeah.
He is here
Okay.
somewhere.
Do you have a chair?
Whatever that's worth.
Oh yeah. So there are those. Let me see if I can. There are also those boxes that you can sit on. And this one is free, and this one is free, I believe. So we can put them side by side if you like.
All that sheet of
Let me know if I can help with anything. Okay.
Um, yeah, if you can just bring that white tape chair. Are you good? Okay.
That's when I finish this.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So you want to sit with someone else? Oh, okay. There should be like some also in the front. In here. Can you just watch this camera behind you? This is a camera. Okay, thank you. We can maybe move this a little forward.
What a great co-captain.
Sorry to bother you. Do you mind if we move this just a little this way? Thank you so much. Hello, hello. Oh my God.
I know.
What is happening? It's
been a long time.
How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be some food and please help yourself. We get started soon. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna borrow this. Thank you. Sorry.
Usually didn't go on.
How are you?
Good. Yeah,
Good.
I'm always nervous before the event
Yeah.
until they're done.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are you going to be speaking about tonight? Just kind of overview of
What I
ASAP.
said does, yeah.
Nice.
That's why I think it would have been very, very good for you to be here sometime.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me. I love this view too.
The view is great. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
We rented the place from Clear Space.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you at you're at Columbia now, right?
Yes. Yeah. I was
Graduate school?
no undergrad.
Wait, the second one? Or
Under.
weren't you in NYU?
Yes, I transferred.
Transfer,
I was
okay.
at NYU for 2 years.
All right,
before
okay.
Columbia, but still undergrad. So I'm
Okay.
a junior now. But
Okay.
I tabled with
Sarah?
Benjamin and Sarah and
Varad.
Yash and Varad. Yeah. Like.
I really want to meet Yash.
Oh, you haven't met him yet?
I think he was at one of my talks, but I don't remember like
Okay.
face to face.
I know we've been like hyping up your talk on Tuesday and
Okay,
putting posters around, so he'll definitely be there.
Awesome,
So I'm sure
awesome. I'd
he'll
love to see him again. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I put up posters and then I was at a meeting for the Columbia Vegan Society and then someone was like showing around the picture of the poster that I put up. They were like, look guys, like you should go.
Awesome.
So the word is getting out.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You came to, which one was it? You came
I
to?
stumbled upon you guys at MIT because
MIT.
I was in Boston for spring break randomly.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to get connected with the
That's great.
Columbia ASAP team, but
Yeah.
they're not like a registered club yet.
Yeah.
So I was glad to run into you all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna get started soon.
Sounds good. Okay.
Is this taken?
Oh, Nelson is there?
Someone is sitting here? Okay, good.
I'm not really hungry. I mean, I'll probably have some fruit.
We have fruits.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you.
It's my wife, Shana.
Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, thanks for coming. Do you mind if I grab this so people can sit on this? Thank you so much. Nice to meet you guys.
Doesn't mean.
You're amazing. I
Thank you.
have to talk to you more. I'm sitting my girls are vegan and they're
Yeah.
in like medicine and science, and I'm like, oh, we need to. I brought
Thank you.
Benjamin. That's
Oh, yeah.
but I know you're busy. But wow,
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I must have out there getting.
You should probably get started soon. I'll give you a mic.
What?
I'll give you a mic. I think we should probably get started.
Awesome. How are you, Elaine? Elaine, Sarah. Sarah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, did you guys meet?
Now I explore. And I try. Wait, so how long was it do?
I want to pronounce your last name right. Vigo, right? Yep. I'm gonna get started in a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna get started in a minute. Okay, so here is your. Can I clip it here?
Yeah.
And then
How is it gonna? How is it gonna work?
it is connected to that phone right there. So I will capture you, and yeah, I would say like you have your speech ready, right?
Yeah.
Just I don't think like sort of like ask people to support this up.
At the end, and let's do whatever we can to support Dr. Harsini's allied scholars by donating. Okay, I could say that. All right, let me just get my speech. Let me get it.
She smiles.
Okay, do we need more chairs? Or?
I need some more chairs.
Come on,
Okay.
done.
There is one here.
You know, like one of those. But literally with
If you guys want to sit, these are. You can also sit on these.
so frustrating.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
My kid.
You're both teammates.
Do you have a pen? I want to add that so I don't
Sure,
forget.
sure.
And do you remember Greg from the night we met?
Yes, yes,
It's okay.
yes. He looked familiar.
You're
Yeah.
the half year? I thought I saw.
He's here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw a boss.
He's over there.
Walking around. Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to catch up with him.
I will. We had lovely conversations that night. Really nice.
It was great. Yeah.
So definitely make friends.
I am too. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm shy, just like he is. I don't know how we're doing this.
Do not be.
You should be speaking. He should speak next. This guy, you know him?
Next time, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
My friend Greg, who's a heart surgeon at Maimonides here in New York, asked me, "Where are you a doctor?" And I said, "I have no idea. Are you based out of anywhere, or you just
Me?
travel around?"
I live in Austin, but I travel around. As soon as semester starts, I just visit every each campus.
I mean, I know you do
Yeah.
because I follow everything you do.
Yeah, thank you.
Is Jamie coming tonight or no?
He had a emergency, so he had to fly to, I believe, Florida.
Ah,
But yeah,
all right.
but yeah.
I'm sure you got it right.
Yeah.
You good?
Yes, thank you. Are we good?
I just want to get a napkin
Napkin.
to blow my nose. Right, it's over here. I see it. Just right over.
It's one of the best too. I would love to. You and no.
Yeah, I think there's a few.
That's the punchies on the train going back to.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So we'll talk a little more after. But you're so inspiring to me. I love what you do. Very brave. Very brave. You know, it's one thing doing a protest, but to do that on your by
Let's
yourself
check on live stream
during
every now and
rush
then.
hour, people are so nasty, right? Nobody, everyone's in a bad mood. All right, I think I have to get ready. I should have you up there with me.
Like me at my bar mitzvah, I was freaking out.
Well, I'm a professor, you know, I'm kind of used to being in,
Fine.
but it's different, you know, they're so young, but you know, when you're with your peers, a little different.
I took a public speaking course at Newton when I was in school there, and it broke me out. Like a
Really?
I
Really?
used to break into a sweat and I freaked out. And then just being with my peers in the room and
Right.
just being chill about it. Just people. Who cares?
Right.
Now I talk to people about their life savings.
About what? About their
About
lives?
their life savings that I'm managing. That could be a little harrowing itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So
But that's different. That's one on one. This is, you know,
Oh, I've spoken to groups.
oh, two groups.
Yeah.
What were you going to ask me?
well,
Level.
if you don't mind, I just put this
Oh,
here.
I'm like a
So
college
there's a little
first
more
year.
space.
So like writing one and writing two. Baruch is a business school,
Yeah.
but they have to have two sections of writing, and then they have to take the great works, at least one section of great works, you know, so that they have familiarity with classic
So
literature.
just AI fuck up everything now.
It's really crazy. I mean,
Believe me, half my clients are like, John, you know, you told me this, but I just went on AI and I found out this. And I'm like, well, yeah,
Yeah.
you have to know everything.
yeah.
Like,
Should we get started?
all of us have to ramp it up that much more because they could just do this.
Should we get started?
So I'm going to speak, and then you're going to
Yes.
speak. Okay. Let me get rid.
And we can talk.
Mike.
What happened? What happened to Jamie Logan? She's
She had an
missing?
emergency.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's okay. I think it's her dad had an issue.
So wait, how am I speaking? Just right? Do I have a podium or anything?
No, just talk to people. Yeah, just
But
think about.
you mean when you
average-
introduce me, you're just going to put my mic on?
No, the mic is already on. Don't worry about. Forget about this.
But like, how come I can't hear myself amplified if it's on?
No, it's just for recording online. It's not the mic for the room. This is just a
Recording me
recording.
right now.
Yeah,
So what are you going to do with all that?
you're fine.
You edit it out?
Yeah. So
So there's no microphone. I'm just speaking normally.
exactly. Just talk to people.
Should I stand in front of
Yeah,
this?
you
Or
can walk anywhere. Just like think about an average classroom.
I don't think I want to walk around. I think I just kind of want to stand here.
Sure.
What do you usually do?
You don't really have to read from this. I would say like just share your vegan story.
I know I always tell my students don't read.
Yeah, just share your vegan story. Why youth education matters. That's all.
Why what?
Youth education. Why educating youth?
Well, I talk a little bit about my students. I don't know. It's my first time, so I might just kind of have to read some of it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I'll try my best.
Okay. Ready?
Okay, sure. All right. Yeah, sure.
All right. Hello, everyone.
It's so warm.
Hello. Please find a seat if you can't find seats. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, so if you can't find a seat, please let our folk know. Another thing, there was someone who was gluten-free. Are you here? Okay, we got you gluten-free food, so in the back, so please, yeah. So, good. All right, yeah, just talk to Elaine, and we got you covered. All right, so we're gonna start with a quick intro by Ann Bigrose. She's a professor, and I just wanted her to share why she's vegan and why focusing on youth is important. So last year, I actually gave a talk in one of her classes, and on Monday, is it Monday? It's coming Monday.
Yeah, he's giving a talk this
Yeah.
Monday, but last semester
Yeah.
you were also there.
Yeah. So yeah, floor is yours.
Well, we should comment that it didn't really go as well as you would have hoped, right? So we should say that my students were kind of resistant, and you said that, right?
Yeah,
That you
yeah.
noticed that.
It's a very multicultural class.
Yeah.
So this time we are focusing more on why different cultures should be vegan.
Yeah, my students, a lot of them are ESL. So they're from very, animal-based cultures. So when he came in, it was kind of like, a lot of resistance. You said more so than,
Every
other
other
schools.
college, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully on
Yeah.
Monday it goes better.
Yes.
We're trying a softer approach, maybe. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll start by saying, people always ask you how long you've been vegan. And so now my standard answer is not long enough, which I think is a good one. But it's really, yeah, that's a good one, right? I stole that from someone. Okay. So it started a few years ago, and it was all from my yoga teacher, Larry. Larry was like the original hippie. He was actually supposed to go to the Woodstock Festival, but for some reason he didn't make it that weekend. But he was, into vegetarianism from a very young age, like a teenager. So I would take his yoga class, and I've taken yoga for like 30 years, and I always had fake yogis that were teaching me because they never really taught me what yoga was. That it was based on ahimsa, which is the principle of nonviolence. It's not just an exercise. So Larry was the first person who told me that, and he started opening my eyes. So he was telling me about, how when we eat animals, we ingest their pain and suffering. These things I never thought about. He talked about dairy, and we all know this, all these people in this room, about cows and their babies being taken away, and how they cry for days and days, and their babies, have a lock put on them so they can't get the milk. All of these things I never knew. But of course, when you hear dairy, the first thing you think is like, I can't give up dairy, like yogurt, cheese. How can I give these things up? And of course, now we know that we can easily give this up and just go to the aisle in Whole Foods and get all the, plant-based versions. I didn't know that then. But anyway, so I said, Larry, I can't give up dairy. I'm gonna fall apart. He said, watch Dairy is Scary, right? So some of you might know this. It's like a very short video. I don't even think it's like 10 minutes. So I watched this, and it was like life changing. Like 5 minutes just like changed me. Like, oh my God, this is true. Like, how did I not know this? So then I showed my husband, and he watched it. We looked at each other and we were like, we're done. That's it. It was an aha moment, and everything changed, right? The quintessential aha moment. And then again, I was wondering, like, why didn't I know this? Like, why didn't anybody ever tell me this, especially my yoga teachers? But, that's how it was. So I say, thank goodness Larry came along. So since then, I would say I think of my life as pre-vegan and post-vegan. I think a lot of us do that, right? We have like two different kinds of lives. And I think we have this moment, and you probably all remember when someone like pulled back the curtain and you realized something that you had never really known, right? I mean, like you kind of knew about animals and where this food came from, but you never really thought about it. And one of my students had commented, I'm having students read Dr. Melanie Joy, Why We Love Dogs, Eat Pigs, and Wear Cows. And so we were watching her video, which is called The Secret Reason People Eat Meat. And one of my students wrote, that people are so used to eating meat that they don't even think they're eating a real animal. So a lot of my students are reacting this way, like, wow, Professor Vigo, we never thought about this. They're not saying this directly to my face, but they are writing this. So it's very encouraging. So talking about my vegan journey, I would say an important moment for me was the National Animal Rights Day in 2024, the NARD, which I'm sure some of you know about that event. So for me, that was like the first time that I really had exposure to this community. And I met some of my now personal heroes. I met the Rowdy Girl. Everybody knows the Rowdy Girl, right? Renee King Sonnen. Like, she was amazing. She talked about going into supermarkets and seeing, like, the body parts of her friends, the way she calls them. She says they're graveyards, all these supermarkets. And she has so much passion. And that was very moving for me. And of course, I heard Jamie Logan and our own Dr. Harsini. It was like a really inspiring day. And I kind of felt like, wow, I found my tribe. And one moment that stood out was I went up to a model about egg laying chickens, which are hens, right? And I found out this shocking statistic that the wild hens, some of you might know this, how many eggs do you think they lay a year in the wild? Just shout out a number. 10 to 12, right? So then how about the unlucky hens on a factory farm? How many in 1 year? Exactly, right? Like 300, 250, 300 eggs, basically turning the female body into like a machine, right? So that was another mind-blowing fact to me. And then anyway, since that day, I started working with the Humane League, which is a very well-known animal rights organization, and they're focusing on getting companies to keep their cage-free egg commitments. So I do a lot of online actions for them. I've also done some protests. So one was Franken chickens, right? These chickens that are given all these hormones and they have these huge breasts. They can't even walk to get their food. They have osteoporosis. It's horrible. So we had that protest in Union Square, in Whole Foods in Union Square, and it was just like it was my first real protest. I want to give a shout out to Eduardo, my friend who's here. I met him. He's a big voice. He's a big voice for the animals. He comes in all the way from New Jersey and he does all these protests, and he kind of showed me the ropes that day. So that was, very helpful, and always loved seeing him. Then I did a protest at Radio City for the Christmas show. Believe it or not, they're still putting live animals on stage, and they think that's like the best part of the show. Like, why? Why would they do that, right? No other theaters are doing that. That I've heard of, in the city, like they're so old school. So we're trying to bring awareness to that. I did the Black Friday fur-free protests at these stores, Berluti, Loro Piana, and you're looking at all these beautiful products, the leather, and I had asked, why aren't we protesting leather? And they told me, we're going to do fur first because we have to start somewhere, right? We want to just get a fur-free policy first. So that was a big event for me. And that's where I met my friend Stella. I want to give a shout out to Stella. Where's my friend Stella? I love her. She's a fierce and fearless activist. I just want to mention that she literally commutes to her job on the subway with huge posters about animal cruelty, all by herself. I just don't know how she does this. So I just want to, commend her for this constant activism she does, just on her way, to and from work. Yeah, so it's impressive. And then the last protests I did were against bull riding. So one was at MSG, the other one, Nassau Coliseum. And I just want to give a shout out to my fellow Long Island activists, Marilyn and Jonathan Zucker, also huge voices for the animals. Really appreciate them. Okay, so going back to Dr. Melanie Joy, I want to explain how I teach this. So we always talk about the opening scene, and some of you might know it, when Dr. Joy says, imagine you're at this dinner party and you're enjoying this savory stew, right? It wouldn't be any of us because we wouldn't be eating this savory stew, right? So this is for the non-vegans. And so then they ask the host, well, what's the recipe? And then she says, well, you start with 5 pounds of golden retriever meat, well marinated. Okay, so this is similar to the experiments that Dr. Harsini tries when he's, selling dog meat to the college students. So it's a very interesting scenario. So I asked my students, okay, so what do you do now? So now you're eating like dog meat. What do you do now? And it elicits a lot of interesting reactions. But Dr. Joy goes even further because the host is really playing a lot of tricks on her guests. So she says, oh, guess what? I was just lying. It wasn't, it's not golden retriever. It's actually just regular old beef, right? So it's just a cow. So then the question is like, what do you do now, right? Is your appetite fully restored? Do you just resume eating? Oh, it's just cow. And, not surprisingly, some of my students are like, yeah, oh, no problem. I can eat that. So, but other students, it opens their eyes and it makes them think, as I said before, oh, I'm eating an animal's flesh. I didn't think about that before. So I think Dr. Joy's work is really important. And then another student of mine had written this in response to the video. He wrote, animals have feelings and emotions just like us. We don't see this when we're eating the animals, but now we understand this. We understand it. Although this shocked me, I won't eat less meat. So, I'm getting a lot of these, reactions where their eyes have been opened, but they're not ready to change. So, in closing, I want to paraphrase from Ed Winters. I'm sure some of you know Earthling Ed. I support him every month. I love his work. And he points out one of the hardest parts of being vegan is watching his non family members still paying for this violent system, right? Still eating these foods that, we all grew up with. And he says, this is actually a quote I have, not a paraphrase. He says, I don't for 1 minute believe that they are all bad people. Good people can do bad things. So I think we can all relate to this, right? Having meals with non-vegan family, with friends, it's never going to be the same, right? It's never as comfortable as it used to be. And this is one reason that I just, cherish, I relish, I love every second I'm with all of you, my vegan friends, and we can all have a peaceful meal together because we're all on the same page and other people just don't get it, even our own family members, unfortunately. So I just want to say, let's just enjoy this time together, being with like-minded people, eating this delicious food. And also, let's support Dr. Harsini. Donations are always needed. He's a tireless advocate for, his organization, Allied Scholars for Animal Protection. So let's support him however we can and thank him for this great night and all the work he does.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right, so there's a piano sitting here. And I thought it would be a waste of opportunity if I don't play anything. So I'm going to play two pieces. Yeah. If you look, it is falling apart. And so if I make a mistake, it's not because I've been on the road and haven't practiced for 3 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What a great sunset, by the way. So it's going to get pretty dark soon. All right. So thank you again for coming here. I'm very excited. Really, just my passion is to tell people why we should focus in universities. But before I start, I want to ask around the room. If you're vegan, tell me what got you go vegan. Not the long version, the short version. What was that? Was it a book? Was it a video? What was it? So can someone tell me?
Documentary The Cove
Okay, Cove.
about dolphin slaughter in Japan. I had to watch it for college class. So what's it called? The what? The Cove. Oh, COV. Yeah.
And she is a badass activist, by the way. So whatever that, whatever that documentary did, wow. Okay, who else? Yes. Leaflet. Fantastic. Yes.
Dialogues and ethical vegetarianism book.
A book. All right.
A YouTube video.
YouTube video.
Our daughter went.
Daughter. All right.
There's an article in expose in the New York Times about the laboratories, the meat labs in Nebraska.
Okay, fantastic. So I think that animal rights movement is the most important movement of our time. It's the biggest moral blind spot in society. What kills me is that almost all of us, including myself, we learn about veganism by chance. It shouldn't take a random partner or a book or a documentary. You have to ask yourself, what would have happened if you didn't come across that documentary or the book? Or the biggest movement in the world should not rely on random exposures. And to me, it's great to do a lot of street activism, which I still do. I also think that it's hard to have conversations with like 8 billion, 9 billion people out there, but it's really easy to concentrate and saturate college campuses. And if you do so, then you deal with a population that's young and open-minded. Literally, people go to college because they're asking questions, and they have their entire career ahead of them. I've done a lot of street outreach, and sometimes you talk to someone, they already have a career, they already have a life, a wife or a husband, a bunch of children. For them, even when they want to go vegan, now they have to deal with the entire family. However, in colleges, people are independent and they have their whole life ahead of them. So it's not about just making someone not eat animal products, it's about changing their whole career trajectory. If you don't know me, I'll just say a little bit about myself. This is me, day one, look like a potato. Wow, that worked really well. If you like this cute baby, please donate to ASAP. This picture is the last picture that I have with my mom. I'm from Iran, so this is actually Tehran. That's where I was born. And this is the last picture I have with my mom because unless the dictator regime changes, I can't go back to Iran. My mom is still alive, but she can't leave I'll be actually executed for 4 separate reasons. So it's a really big no for me. And also another thing that always bothered me, like growing up, it's like just being exposed to different forms of injustice. Although at the time it didn't really feel that way. Now when I look back, I don't even know. So for instance, my mom is not religious, and I feel uneasy to share this picture because it looks like she's Muslim, but she's not. But in Iran, everyone is forced to wear hijab, and if they refuse, they can lose their head. And how crazy is it? The last picture I have with my mom has like steel sausage in it. God damn it. Also, this is my undergraduate university, University of Tehran. It's basically the oldest and largest university in my home country. And here you see a bunch of happy students. It's because it's a stock image. That's a joke, you can laugh. Sometimes it looks like this. To me, college was a very important time in my life because it's the first time in your life that you're exposed to different things. Before college, a lot of people just want to get to a university, right? That's your goal. In college, that's when you're walking around and someone is tabling about this war and that war, and someone is raising funds for cancer, and you have to sort of pick your fight. And what I've noticed is that animal rights is not even on people's radar. So when I was in college, I saw like, I was a part of a lot of protests. In this particular case, you had students on this side, IRGC, they were like tossing tear gas here. And moments after this, I had actually IRGC like following me with a machete trying to basically kill me. And that was like the only time in my life that I was like so close to actually getting killed. And with machete, it's not like a baton that you just get bruises. It's like you get chopped up to pieces. Then my entire career sort of changed when I'm also very shy and an introvert. So it's really always hard for me to be in front of people. And every time I do that, a part of me dies. But when I was in college, some of my friends took me to this hospital, and we started playing music for children suffering from cancer. And over there, that was when I was like exposed to children suffering, and that became my fight, right? Before that, I wasn't exposed to it. Trying to make children happy, then I asked myself, is this the best thing I can do with my life? And the answer was, no, maybe I should just study cancer. So that changed my whole like career trajectory. So I studied cancer. I made it my mission to come to Texas and study in a cancer institute. That was my dream. To a point that this cancer institute, I had to call them from Iran. I couldn't even speak English, like barely. And the guy even like hung up on me because it was like, and then I tried again, and they said like, you should get admitted to the program. And if you get accepted, then you have to apply to be a part of a lab. It was a long way to come from Iran to that particular cancer institute. It was my dream. Throughout this time, I also became vegan. And the second I became vegan, it's like almost everything else in your life becomes meaningless when you think about the scale and neglectedness of this. Then after my PhD, I didn't know really what to do. And I was like, I don't know, with my doctorate, should I just go like leaflet? Is this the best way of using my degree? I decided to join biopharma for a while until I figured it out. And even then, I make a lot of money. Still, the research was something I cared about, helping people. I was just miserable as fuck. Like literally every morning I would go to work 8 a.m. I was late every single day because I'm not a morning person. And try to drink like 10 cups of coffee and then try to like design this experiment. And I'm like, oh my God, I have brain fog. I was like, is this that protein deficiency and B12 deficiency eventually is like catching up with me? Turned out I was just doing the wrong thing. My heart was always with animal rights. And even when that job paid very well, I was still not fulfilled. And it wasn't for nothing. I wasn't fulfilled because I don't pick my fights based on how close they are to home or how emotionally involved I am with those causes. I pick them up based on I picked them based on how big they are and how neglected they are. So you know about all the crazy stuff that's happening in Iran right now. My mom is still in Tehran. You know, it's literally like active war zone. And you know, there is no internet, and IRGC is really just still executing people. It's horrible. And I can't even call my mom, so it's only when she can give me a call every couple of weeks. So I don't even know if she's alive until she calls again. I don't know if the places I grew up in are still in the same place. My friends, none of that. And so the point is, I have other shit on my mind, but I just can't, even in the worst case scenario, I can't not think about animals. And the reason is this. So when I say that animal rights movement is the most neglected form of oppression, that's what I mean. I took this picture from a flight from Austin to Chicago. And now that I show you this, next time when you're on a flight, just look down. When you sort of like zoom in and notice, next time just notice these buildings, these parallel sort of like structures. You guys know what they are. And I just literally don't understand how this beautiful country allows something like this. It's like modern day Holocaust just happening down there. And most of us don't even know what we're looking at. That's the crazier part. Replace these chickens with dogs and cats and there would be riots everywhere. We would not allow that to happen. So what is going on in this society? And I just, you know, on this flight, I'm with 200 other people, and I ask myself, what's wrong with me? I tell myself I want to clear my mind and go for a walk. I want to go take a shower to just clear my mind. And all I think about is just animals. All I think about is that how can't people see that such an obvious thing? I don't understand. However, I have hope because I think that the fact that we love dogs, and I know that if these factory farms, if these slaughterhouses were filled with dogs, we wouldn't allow it, and we already have laws to protect dogs to a degree. That shows me that this nation has compassion. It's just that cognitive dissonance that's putting so much separation between us and all these other animals. And so I like to give these talks. The title of my talks are usually Law's Biggest Blind Spot. This is a talk I give in law schools. Or, you know, we use different ways to get people come to the talks, like the best speech you will ever hear. And it's not just because I'm the best speaker, by no means. It's just because the topic I'm talking about, I think by far is the most important topic that needs to be discussed. And I took this picture. This is from Google Map. This is one of the farms I did investigations. So I went to this farm, and it's just unbelievable. Today I was at Starbucks. They put bottles of some, you know, dairy brand with, strawberries on it. It just looked so gorgeous. Like you just look at strawberries and you're like, what could be wrong with this? The scale of exploitation of animals in the dairy industry is so big that you can even see it from satellites from space. And if you don't know what you're looking at here, this is where they keep all the moms. Every little box you see here, every little one is one of these white crates where they keep female cows. And think about this again. For every little one of these, there is a male cow or calf who had to be killed because they are not profitable. And so when they put that bottle of dairy with strawberry on it there, and this Starbucks employee just is pouring it so mindlessly, I'm like, do you have slightest clue what's in your hand? Like all I see is like blood and murder and rape. That's all I see. Amongst all the pictures, all the fancy pictures that we have in these documents, I encourage you to take a look. This is my favorite. This is at UT Austin. And this student, I think like Anne mentioned that really wisely, that these are like good people doing bad things, and oftentimes they don't even know they're doing something bad. I love this picture because just look at his eyes. When you walk around college campuses, everyone is walking with a bag of Chick-fil-A or some other animal products. They've never had a single opportunity, the one that you and I had and changed us, they've never had that opportunity. And I can see that in his eyes. That's the first time someone is having a conversation about who's in that bag, whose body parts are in that bag. Because to these people, when they say, can I have Chick-fil-A, can I have chicken wings, chicken salad, we're not even thinking about animals at that point. It's just like chicken salad is like potato salad. That's how much we've reduced these animals. Or I went to Ohio State. This is Paul Wong from New York City. I think many of you probably know him. He joined our tour in Ohio State. That night, I went to grocery stores, and there are bottles and bottles of Fairlife. You don't need me to tell you about like Fairlife. Next, I go to campus, and this gentleman is just drinking Fairlife just like that. Again, like I look at him, I know he's a good guy. He just has zero clue about like what he's actually drinking. And not only students are not exposed to truth, they are exposed to all these lies, right? Every single day, many times every single day. So I want to show you a conversation I had with this student at UC Berkeley. And he was walking by and he stopped because he thought we were selling dog meat. And that's one of the best events we do. We pretend we sell dog meat, Elwood's organic dog meat. We say it's like a great source of protein, humanely raised, cage-free, grass-fed, organic, good source of B12 and B17, and just name World War II planes, you know. Free range, free source, you know, open source. No one is like, what? Open source dogs. But it gets them stopped. So I wanted to show you one of these conversations, if the speaker is still on.
Yeah, I was yeah.
So this is a joke. We are not selling dog meat.
I was like walking to.
We're promoting veganism, right? So we're talking about why is it okay to eat some animals and not others.
Okay.
And I love that you're vegetarian, but have you considered also like egg and dairy?
Yeah, I want to shift to that, but I really like cheese, so I need to find a good alternative.
Yeah. So you're not alone in liking cheese. I became vegetarian and love cheese also. I grew up eating meat and dairy, so I had a harder start than you did. But really, when you go vegan, you start looking at animals as commodities.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for dairy, all male cows have to be killed.
Yeah.
So you don't eat meat, but when you buy cheese, you're sending a male cow to slaughter line. Think about it. What is the #1 consumer of dairy? What country is it?
Probably yeah.
No, you probably know it. Another one.
Is it India?
India. Yeah? And India,
They kill the cows though.
what do you think is one of the largest beef exporters?
No idea.
Also India.
Really?
Yeah. The other thing is, think about it. When you have a male cow, what are you going to do with it? They don't produce milk. But if you have a farm, no matter whether it's India, US, large farm, small farm, male cows do not produce milk. Killed. Male chickens don't lay eggs. Killed. All those other animals, the female ones,
Yeah.
eventually are killed. See, right? And now that you're not even living in India, so that's irrelevant. And then you said like cheese, there's vegan cheese, first of all. And so I still eat lasagna and pizza, and
Okay.
it's a small adjustment you can do and be done.
I see.
But veganism is not really about taste and pleasures. Actually, not about us.
Yeah.
It's about doing the right thing for the animal.
True, true. Overall, definitely a long-term goal for me. Yeah.
How long term?
Couple of years, hopefully.
So how many more animals have to die?
That's true. I don't think of it that way.
Yeah. Does that make sense though? But what I'd like you to think about is like, think about these animals as, think about them. If I was beating a dog, what would you do?
Stop it.
Yeah. What if I said, no, maybe in a couple of years? Right?
Yeah.
So why do we do that with cows and chickens and pigs? That's the whole idea, right? When is the right time to stop exploiting them?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. I literally didn't do anything. I wasn't even trying to convince him that this is wrong. He just didn't know. And he's a graduate student at UC Berkeley. It's crazy when you do activism enough in like college campuses. Sort of like every time a part of you dies, when you talk to these students and they're like student at Harvard University and they're like, no, all cows produce milk. And one of my colleagues actually had a conversation. Like I had a conversation with someone from Harvard. He had to like fact check me on only female cows produce milk. I was like, at first I was like, let's do it. There was another one at Texas A&M who said, no, we have a farm, like all of our cows produce milk. And she actually, like my colleague was trying to not embarrass her, said, let's just move on. And she was like, no, let's look it up. And then she looked it up and then she was like, well, have a nice day, and just walked away. Literally, if I want to estimate, 95% of students don't understand all male chickens and cows are just killed. Just basic facts they just don't understand. And if you notice, I wasn't trying to convince him that this is wrong. I just asked questions and really emphasize on the urgency that many students would tell you, I've been thinking about going vegan. I used to be vegan. I want to do it after I graduate. It's several simple questions that really just puts everything in perspective. Another thing I want to point out is that think of any influential vegan you can think about. And you can think of people in different fields, like president of PETA. He's the CEO of Just, so Just Egg. She's a journalist. This is Dr. Neil Barnard from PCRM. So they focus on different things: policy, alternative proteins, activism, medicine. But they have one thing in common. They all came from universities. They all became vegan by accident. And now they're changing the world. So how do we make more of these people? When I was still in biopharma, I started like going to universities and just help student groups. And soon I realized this is not going to work if it's so sort of sporadic. So I went to UT Austin. I realized that for the most part, they just wanted to do yoga and do potlucks, and all of that is fine. But I'm like, can we just go out there and talk to other people? So Benny here, can you raise your hand? Hi, Benny. So he and I worked on this report. We looked at top 100 universities in the US, and we realized that most of them don't have an active group, and the ones that do, after 2 or 3 years, they just go away. And the ones that exist, oftentimes students just don't know what to do, including myself. When I was a student, I didn't know what to do. And yeah, a lot of these groups end up doing different things. Like one is abolitionist, one is only allowing vegans to join. The other one doesn't even say the word vegan, like different messages, different strategies, and eventually they just go away. My idea is to take this like music band of 3 or 4 people, which is how average student groups are like, including mine when I was a student. Without good instruments, being out of rhythm, out of tune. Imagine if it was a symphony orchestra, where when you look at the US, every major university has an active chapter, and they all work together. And that's why we like symphony orchestra. And guess what happens in a symphony orchestra when a musician quits? Nothing, right? And that's why we need an army, not just small groups. How many of you know about Federalist Society? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Federalist Society, it's a conservative student group focused in law schools in almost all universities, including the most liberal. And 50 years ago they started. All they did, they don't do any policy work, anything. They just focus on educating the next generation of lawyers. Today they have 6 out of 9 Supreme Court justices affiliated with them. So think about the political power that they have. And the question for me is, can you imagine, just imagine if what ASAP is doing started like 50 years ago, how many more like influential like Neil Barnard and Ingrid Newkirk and people like you, activists, how many more of those people we would have today? And Yale is the best law school in the country. and it has one of the few animal law programs. Every single semester, it gets more and more diluted. It's now animal and environment, like whatever. And you go there, you see these posters by the Federalist Society. Aside the ones that we put up there, there is no sign of veganism. If you are a lawyer, a law student, the odds of coming across anything about animal law, zero. There is ALDF, Animal Legal Defense Fund, but you have to already be interested in that, go look for it, and become a part of that. My idea is very different. How do we get people interested? How do we put animal rights in front of people? How do I make sure that undergraduate students want to go to law school to become an animal lawyer, to fight for animals? And then you go to Yale dining hall, all they're serving people is like, drink more beer and alcohol, which please reduce alcohol consumption. We need vegans live longer. IV dirty wings. So, again, wings and steak and burgers. So that's what they're exposed to. So, our flagship is Austin, UT Austin, because I live in Austin and it's a very good university. You walk there. This is a Christian organization. This is called the Crew. And look at them. They have like this fancy setup on both sides. You can't miss them. And, I'm not religious, but I really admire what they do. They're always there when it's cold and hot, doing whatever Christians do. And and I was like, we need that exposure. We need that exposure for veganism. And this is now like ASAP's setup. We want to make sure that people don't miss us. So generally, our work has three pillars. One is outreach. I can't bring everyone, 50,000 students to a class to give them a lecture. That's why we have to do all this outreach and tabling. Education and empowerment is when we have all the seminar speakers and movie screenings. And it's even more important to get vegans active. There are already tons of vegan students, but oftentimes are not inspired to do anything. Indeed, they're so isolated. They're just hanging out with a bunch of other non-vegans who mock them and say that, why don't you just have some cheese? What's so bad about cheese? That's the environment they're in. So how do we empower them to get active and think about their careers? And the last pillar is actually working with the dining halls to have more vegan foods. So I want you to take a look at this. How many students are walking? This is UT Austin at peak hour. This is our dog meat setup. Look at the number of eyeballs that are looking at this. They post about it online and everything. And the other good thing about universities is that if I miss them today, they're going to be there tomorrow and the next day and the next day. How many of you are vegan? Raise your hand. I imagine most of you. All right. Keep your hand up if you became vegan the first day you heard about it, immediately. 1, 2 people, yeah, okay. Thanks for ruining my experiment. But you get the idea. Most of us don't go vegan immediately. It took some time for us, right? So the beauty of this is that we can expose them to different messages at different times. This is at MIT. So at MIT, when you go there, there is always a permanent sign that says veganism is a moral urgency. Next day they come, we are showing footage and they see the truth, right? And the branding is always the same. It's speciesism, like talking about speciesism, a cow versus a dog. Again, I'm not Christian, but when Christspiracy came out, we showed Christspiracy in every university. This is Texas A&M Medical School. So we had vegan physicians to give them a lecture about benefits of plant-based diet. Think about this. Texas A&M is one of the largest universities in the US. This is their first time learning about health benefits of plant-based diet. So we work with Dr. Clapper, Dr. Kim Williams. This is again MIT. Another thing that we use is climate. So this one is about climate. We quickly make it about animals, but that's a good gateway for people to join. And here's another one, love animals, grab a cookie. It's a trap. Sometimes if you do it a lot, students write on social media that, oh, don't go there, they're going to have a conversation. but most of them still don't know that. So, you know, and you can't believe what college students do for an Oreo. They stop by to have a 30-minute conversation in which you like question their entire moral framework for an Oreo. I would never do that. So, you know, they come to you and say, oh, I love animals. Can I have a cookie? We're like, oh, no, not that fast. Do you love animals? Do you eat them? What do you mean by loving animals? Do you mean that you just love cute and fuzzy ones, or do you think that we should respect animals? They're like, no, of course we should respect animals. And that's an open door to the conversation, right? And this is another one. Answer an interesting question and get a cookie. So, and then the good thing is most of them don't know Oreos are vegan. So they're completely shocked that some of the things they're already used to happen to be vegan. So we do anonymous for the voiceless. Showing the footage is very powerful. And recently we started just using this tablecloth. This is at Brown University. This is at Columbia. Which president came from Columbia University? Obama. So can you imagine when Obama was a humble student walking by, if he just learned anything, even if he didn't become vegan, he would have been a lot closer to helping the vegan movement. We have events like this one. We advertise it as the best Indian social. Based on what metrics? I just pulled it out of my ass. And it worked. So we got 300 signups, and you know, we gave them amazing Indian food, and then that was an opportunity to tell them about true ahimsa or non-violence. They, like, a lot of them are vegetarian. They just don't know about dairy, right? So we talked to them about dairy. We talk about animal testing. That's something I have a lot of experience with. And also it's a very good gateway for people to join the vegan movement, even when they're not thinking about veganism at first. And lastly, we work with dining halls to actually increase their plant-based options and reduce animal consumption. But I just want to end with this kill calculator. Everything I do in my life is guided by this. I guess the issue here is that you're just looking at the numbers, and it's like animals really just become statistics. But what I do is that I think about an animal I really cared about, and I say that animal times tens of thousands every second. So yes, I have other shit going on in my life, but I always ask, show me something that causes more death and torture and suffering and exploitation. I will shut up. I will go focus on that. And so sometimes for me, it's really hard to have hope. But the reason I still keep going is because I know that this is not the first blind spot in society. You can look at like slavery and so many other issues, right? None of them changed because everyone had to do the right thing. So when people say, with your outreach, are you like trying to get everyone down there like go vegan? No, and we don't have to. When you provide this education, many people just learn something. Maybe they change later. Some people will go vegan. Some of the vegans become inspired to become game changers, right? That's really what we are after. And I really want students to be inspired, also you, to be inspired by these people historically. They were under immense pressure. Can you imagine when you say like racism is wrong and you go to jail for it? And I love you guys because I think that if you went 200 years ago, you would be one of the few who could deal with the societal pressure and do the right thing and think for yourself. And I think I want to empower students. They tell me it's really hard. I'm like, yeah, you can use that as an excuse and go along with this ignorant, stupid society, or you can be someone like them. I want to share a few quick stories. Like this guy, his name is Joey, and I will take a bullet for him. He is my best friend, and today he works at PCRM. His entire job is trying to end animal testing and working with FDA, Physicians Committee, if you don't know what that is. He is from Texas, and he was a part of Future Farmers of America, so he raised pigs for slaughter, and he was a part of military as well. When I was doing tabling about like 15 years ago, our paths crossed. I had a 5-minute conversation with him. I don't even remember what I said. I don't think I convinced him to go vegan. I think he was like 99% there. Someone probably gave him a leaflet. He probably saw something before. He just needed a little push. I was lucky to be there. But this tells me how many more opportunities like this are we missing? And Joey's impact is not just not eating meat, eggs, dairy. It's like literally his entire career. Last year, we had Patrick Babumian with us to show people that you can be strong and be vegan. And that brought in a lot of other students. 2 of those students at Tufts University became vegan. And they're student athletes. So their impact is going to be a lot more. And this guy, this semester, I went back to Tufts. And he came to me and said, I want to work on alternative proteins. If you don't know anything about this, Tufts is one of the biggest centers for alternative proteins. And I used to work on that stuff. So I had connections. I literally took him to the lab, showed him around, and said, this is what you can do with your career. So that's really good to see an athlete now vegan, now sets a very good example of being strong and vegan, and he wants to work on that stuff through his career. And this young lady, we had Natalie Fulton with us at Sam Houston State University. She sat there with a bag of Chick-fil-A, and I was like, uh-oh. But she actually said, I don't know why I eat this. You know, I've never thought about it. After that, she went vegan, and convinced her. Next day, she came to me and said, I already cleaned the fridge. I'm talking to my parents. Next semester I go there, she's actually one of the officers at ASAP. I didn't recognize her at first, but then that's what she told me, right? So that's the opportunity we have in universities. And of course, we can be in every university, but we can be in all major top large universities. There are about 17 million college students. Even if you reached 1% of them, which is really easy. Like we've showed that this model works in 30 chapters. ASAP has chapters in about 30 universities. So we know it works. It's cost effective, it's scalable, but the goal is to scale it to more and more universities. And please take a look at the literature we left around the room. But just to show you, last year we reached out to 11 million people. And on top of that, we had about 30,000 deep engagement. So it's not just like a leaflet, although even a leaflet, as someone said, is important. But these are deep engagements. So they stopped by at the table, had a conversation. They came to a talk, a movie screening, something like that. 30,000. All right. So just to end, I want to say that today, I mean, it's not a big surprise. This was a fundraiser. And so honestly, asking for donations is the hardest thing for me to do. But I do it because of the animals. This is Philip Wallen. He's one of the biggest animal rights activists and former president of Citibank. He retired and he's donating all of his money to support the vegan movement. So he's matching all the donations to ASAP, one-time donations like 3 times. So every $1 million that you donate will be $3 million. Just saying. And this picture, I actually cut my own hair. That's why it looks terrible. So much better. And every time I do that, I save $20, $30, and I can donate it back to ASAP. I just tell you this, I'd rather die than do anything else. I've had other jobs that paid so much more and had prestige and all that stuff. There is nothing else I'd rather do. If I thought there was something more important than focusing in colleges and bringing vegan education in an abolitionist manner to universities, believe me, I would just be doing that instead of doing ASAP. That's how much I believe in this, with every fiber of my body. And as a vegan, I have a lot of fiber. So, yeah, so please, if you can donate, monthly donations will be matched actually 6 times. So even if it's, I say, think about it like this. If you buy me a cup of coffee every single week to keep doing what I'm doing, imagine like donating 1 cup of coffee per week. And if enough people do that, that allows us to really just increase the number of chapters and do more events there. And everything I've done is because of a team of 3 or 4 people. Benny was a huge part of how we got ASAP started. Much of what we've done is because of his help. And then we have Elaine in the back, and Christian, who I don't think is here. That's Christian. That's Christian's hand. But all of it has been done with a very small team. So just know that everything that you donate really just goes to the cause. So with that, thank you so much, and I'm gonna donate myself. Thank you.
Slightly more light than there is now for when I come
Yes,
on.
yes, sure.
Okay, I don't want to. This might be freaky if I press the wrong switch first.
Oh,
Oh, whoa! This is
it's a
probably
party
the.
night.
This is kind of bright. Is this too bright?
No, we'll get used to it. I think it's fine.
I
Oh,
kind of like this.
party mode.
If everyone likes this fun light.
Okay.
So, hi everyone. I'm Elaine, and I, like he said, work with ASAP. But before that, I was a student at the University of Arizona, and there were a handful of committed, great vegan students there. We were lucky to have that community when I first got there, even before we transitioned to being an ASAP chapter. But we found that, as is the case on many campuses, the vegan options or the plant-based options that they have in these dining halls, they were not where they needed to be. It's so easy to make healthy, affordable, nutritious, delicious plant-based meals for everyone. And a lot of these universities just haven't put in the legwork yet. So we as students, really just 2 of us, decided to put in that effort, with the outside support that we had. And we were able to push for the administration to eventually open a fully vegan and vegetarian dining hall on campus. Thank you. We did ask for all vegan. We tried with that. They compromised to vegan vegetarian without us wanting that entirely, but they're always gonna do something there. But it does have some of just the coolest vegan options that there are there, and it really just took 2 of us as students with some outside support, working consistently, pushing for it, and kind of just having that guidance on what to do in order to create change on campus. And now working with ASAP, traveling around and meeting different students, I've seen that same kind of a situation play out on campus after campus, where there's a handful of committed vegan students and they want to know more. They're hungry for change on their campus. They're hungry to have more of their fellow students learn about veganism or to create change in their dining halls. But on their own, they wouldn't really know where to start. It's very overwhelming when you're 18 to 22 years old, you're living alone for potentially the first time you've ever lived alone, and you want to be pushing forward the social justice movement as usually the only voice for that social justice movement on campus, and you just don't know necessarily where to start until, of course, Dr. Feroz Orsini founded ASAP and kind of gave students this starting place where now there is someone to go to for help and support. When students are thinking, we want to make veganism impossible to miss on campus. We want to table this as a serious justice issue in the same way that these other isms, racism, sexism, these other justice issues are taken seriously, but for decades, animal rights has been left completely off of the table. And I've seen in real time on these campuses with these students how the culture there has changed to become so much more pro-animal. Students on campuses go from not knowing what veganism is the first time that they encounter the concept sometimes, to then later understanding oh yeah, veganism is rejecting animal exploitation. It's viewing animals as here with us and not for us. And it's really brilliant to see. So the goal we're trying to work towards tonight is $2,000 of donations. If we can get there, that'd be really excellent, because every single dollar goes back into supporting these programs, helping these students to create the change that they want to see on campuses. We have so many brilliant students and we want to take on more. We always want to take on more chapters, but the major constraints are always going to be things like resources, which is why we have to, as much as I also die inside when I ask for donations, ask you lovely people for help in getting there and helping these students promote animal rights on their campuses to all of their peers. So I would love to walk you through how you can do this. If you're interested in making a donation, it's as simple as scanning this QR code here, and we'll also have some at the back over there. But most modern phone cameras, you should be able to just scan that, and you'll get to this page, alliedscholars.org/donate. You can become a monthly donor from this page, or you can also just donate once, put frequency to once on that. And you can pay with card or bank account, PayPal, mobile wallet. I usually just do PayPal because it's easy and I have that already hooked up. But it's really just as simple as that. And again, every single dollar and every single ounce of support that you give us, it is used as effectively as we can possibly use it. And it does genuinely create such great change on these campuses. I'm so lucky to get to be able to do what I do, to meet all of these young, passionate people who are, holding up the flag for their peers to learn more about the biggest social injustice of our time and how that they can address it. So thank you very much for your time today. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it a few minutes and then we'll do a Q&A. How does that sound? And then we're going to walk around and socialize. Yes?
Hi guys, can I add something? I'm gonna go there. So, my name is Vittorio. I recently joined ASAP literally 2 days ago. And I'm from Italy, but I've been living here for 5 years now. I've been vegan for 5 years, and I just wanted to add my personal experience. There's nothing more to add to what they said. I think we all agree when I say that for us it's a genius, right? Whatever he's doing, you're a great inspiration. So first of all, thank you all for coming. I know everyone's busy with their lives, but I know you guys are active. There are plenty of great activists in this room that I personally know. Some of them, some of you guys I don't know. And I just wanted to say that I joined ASAP because my goal eventually one day is to work full time for the animals. I can't right now, but I truly believe in this mission, which is, of course, outreaching to students or people that one day, as they said, will be basically ruling our society, right? And then, once again, I admire him so much, and he never takes a break. I spent 2 days with them already, and I see how it works. He never takes a break, risks sometimes to get locked in a cemetery, right? That's a different story. But basically, once again, I firmly believe that these people will change the world, and what it takes is just to once again talk to them, right? And I know that many people can't work full time for the animals, but we can help someone else do that on our behalf. So once again, the donation is crazy important, and I just wrote this right now. I met the team yesterday. They really Christian out there is a great guy. Elaine, everyone, they're so such amazing activists and outreachers, and so accommodating, kind, and funny. So I'm really excited to be on tour with you guys for 2 weeks.
Thank you.
And that's it. Let's make this $2,000. Come on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Drink 15,000 coffee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, guys. Thank you.
I'll give it a minute and then I'll take some questions in case someone else wants to donate. And if you're having trouble, please just call Benny or...
Yeah, I'm gonna help. Figuring out the.
I told you I'm a freelancer, so I never know how much money. So this is all I can do for sure. But later on in this year,
Thank you very much.
yeah.
Thank you.
And also, this is my
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Also, can I ask you what kind of wallet do you use? What kind of
Wallet?
wallet? Yeah.
Uh, like my actual wallet?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, it's a really weird one.
Oh,
It's like this.
you like that? Oh,
Yeah.
because I have this bag
Uh huh.
made from
Made from apples. Yeah.
So I realized when you carry stuff that's vegan, like
Yeah.
with leather, it's like activism because people
Yeah,
say
for
that.
sure.
So I took the liberty of getting
Wow,
this.
that's
So
very sweet of you.
it's made with cactus
Oh,
fat.
wow. Thank you so
I hope
much.
you're gonna
Yes,
accept.
sure. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely. Thank
And you
you.
can show people like, oh, even leather you don't need.
Yeah,
Yeah, do you
it's
know
a
what I
great
mean?
idea.
And it says cactus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is
Thank you
for
very
you.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
I'm glad.
Presentation. Thank you.
Also, I'm glad you like it because I saw you tell people, don't give me presents, just donate money. So I was afraid you might yell at me. Why don't you waste my
You did
time?
both, but thank you. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it means a lot. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I really support your work because I think young people are because I try to do activism and older people are such pain in the neck. They
Yeah.
don't want to change. They yell at me. I've been yelled at so many times by like
Yeah.
older guys.
Yeah.
They think they Anyway, so I
Yeah.
think young people, we have to really work with young people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of the best things is I have now 2 or 3 students who started like doing like talks just like
Right,
Earthling
right,
Ed.
right.
It literally looks like we cloned Earthling. Do you know Earthling Ed? Feels like a yeah. It looks like we just cloned a bunch of other like Earthling Eds in
Yeah,
universities.
Earthling, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's so good. Just
Yeah, it's
I just it just
the young lady was talking. She was so impressive. The young lady who came in.
that's why yeah Elaine.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why I hired her.
yeah. She was really great.
But yeah, I have now a few like students.
Yeah,
Even like we are not there. Like these guys are just doing these events by themselves, right?
right.
I'm not even there.
Yeah, yeah. They still work. I mean, this is really good.
Yeah, and I listen to their presentations or conversations. Very kind, very
When are
compassionate,
you coming
articulate.
back to New York? Like
Every semester, I'm back
every summer.
because we have it.
The first time you were here, it was in October,
Yeah,
November.
yeah.
Right. I happened to be out of town. I wanted to come actually, but it was.
Yeah. But in November it's better for me because since I freelance, by then I know how much money I made, so I
Yeah.
can be more generous. So but
Honestly, it's more about just having your support than just the amount itself. Like
but the amount is
sometimes, of course, it is important, but I'm just honored to have your support and trust.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So at the end of the year, if I next depending on how we
Thank
do,
you.
I can add more. And but you do the also when you did the piano, you're playing the piano and then you're collecting money. I think if I may suggest,
Yeah,
you could have a goal. Like I want to make
I'm gonna
this
do
much
that
money
this year.
because we don't know how much money you made. It's sort of like what
I'm gonna do that this
yeah,
year.
and get people to pledge because I want to actually send you a check because with a check there's no fee. There's always a fee when I send like wire money, whatever.
Yeah.
Everything has a fee. But I can pledge like certain amount and you can yeah because I was and also last time I couldn't chat in the chat box.
It was my first time trying
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So
Facebook blocked chat and
yeah,
YouTube too.
yeah, yeah.
This year I tried again.
Donated, purposely using the bank because we wanted to
Yeah.
not have a fee, but there was still a fee.
There was a slip fee. That's why I always bring your check.
Right. I
There's
remember
always
you were
a fee.
asking.
There's
Yeah.
always a fee. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So
The check works. Yeah.
yeah, your check works.
And you
There's
can
no
always
fee.
mail it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this time I'm gonna have a goal.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, like, I will keep playing as long as like people like donate something like
Because
that.
if that's goal, then we feel like we're working towards
It was my
something.
first time trying. I didn't
I know
even know
you
how to
can.
do it, but
Yeah.
now I know a lot
Yeah, yeah.
better.
So do it again
Yeah.
this year, and we're gonna participate.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So impressed. This
Thank
is
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
I don't know if I should bring this up during the Q&A so other people can hear, but I'm afraid it'll come across as bragging, and I don't want it to. But my husband and I tried to do something similar. Um, at a protest, I met an activist, a student from Hofstra University, and I hooked up with her. So this was right before COVID. And we said, you know what, we want to sponsor an animal rights club. So we became the sponsors of the Animal Rights Club at Hofstra University. So my husband and I bought a project. We said, anything you need. We bought the T-shirts, a projector, the stickers, anything you need, we provided. And then we helped plan some events on campus. They wouldn't allow us to show graphic things, and we had all these restrictions. Anyway, then COVID happened. The whole thing died. We tried to get it going after COVID. We contacted all the Long Island universities. We tried to find like animal rights clubs that we could sponsor.
They don't even respond to you.
What?
Half the time, they don't even respond to you,
Because we
Sue.
didn't know how to find. How do we even find these people? We're willing to.
They're like after COVID, most of them just completely were gone.
So how do
And
you find? So are you finding people
both,
on the campus,
both.
or you're being the one on?
A lot of times, like they hear about us, they contact us for the most part. But sometimes we also go and sort of like organize in certain universities, trying to do some events and find students. Some people like have a big YouTube sort of presence. A lot of people get to know about us from like YouTube. I work with influencers, social media influencers. So like students always see something.
I see. Okay, because I was going online looking up list of clubs and trying to find an animal rights club and hoping to reach out to them, and it wasn't working. And the other thing we were doing, we were also anonymous with the voice list,
Yeah,
trying to organize a cube on a college
yeah.
campus,
Really.
but they wouldn't. We didn't know how to go about that. We said they're going to kick us off. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, so we understand where to organize. Sometimes it's like public property. Sometimes we actually get the uh, uh, student group registered. Yeah, we get permission. Different. It's different from university to university. But now, if you just have a student, just let us know about. Let them know about ASAP.
I will, but we have to find that student. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, I don't know how to find those.
So,
But you're saying we were.
so for instance, if you do a cube outside of a university in public property, and a student comes and says, "I love what you're doing,"
Okay.
and they say that they're vegan. They're like, "Oh, wait. Let me get your email or something," you know?
So we should start by being like right outside
Yeah.
of a campus.
Sometimes you can actually go inside and
Right.
depends on the university.
People start inside the. Okay. Move it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I agree with you though. That's the population. you
Yeah,
wanna
for
reach.
sure.
Hey,
Hi.
so I don't know if you remember me, but I saw you at the Anne Price Party. You probably don't. I was blowing bubbles. You were like, "What's with the bubble?" But so I'm a student at FIT actually, and I'm in fashion design. So I'd like to promote like veganism in fashion.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, I feel like the only vegan at FIT actually. Like I wish y'all
You
would come.
emailed me, right?
Huh?
You emailed me or something?
No, I haven't. But I wish you'd come to FIT because they teach us to use, all those animal stuff. And I'm always the student going up to my sewing professor, like, can I use alternatives and such? And because people want to use like leather and stuff like that all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So,
And you
yeah,
can always like organize a talk or something, and
yeah,
have a speaker to talk about it.
yeah. Yeah, I think, especially in fashion, it's
I'm sorry, trying to just Benny, Benny, can you turn on the light? Sorry about that.
it's okay. Wait, oh, what were you saying again?
I said you can always like organize a talk or something.
Oh,
Have a speaker, book a room,
okay.
and just like yeah,
Yeah, because fashion seems to all want to use all those animal stuff all the time. Everyone wants to use silk and wool and leather, all those fur, all those things.
I get it. Yeah,
Yeah, and fashion. I feel like fashion's not a very vegan friendly field. I'm like that weird vegan student.
yeah. It makes sense why you had the.
Yeah, because I have so much homework right now. I have to I spent all day working.
Thanks for coming. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And so I wanted to see this before she leaves. So we went to vegan. So I was like, oh, why don't we come to this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me know if there's anything I can help. But
Your name's Dr.
yeah,
Frost.
yeah, yeah.
And Christine.
Christine. Okay, Christine. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, Christine Lee.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, please come to FIT sometime.
for sure. Yeah.
Fashion students need to learn
Yeah, yeah.
too. You know, I think
Definitely.
there's a lot of cruelty.
And if you ever wanna like next, I come to New York every single semester. Next time you can actually organize a talk for me. I can like make it more about fashion if you want.
Yeah.
And then we can promote it.
Because people don't really think about that
Yeah.
stuff. And yeah.
Oh,
To say.
fuck.
It's all good. No worries. No worries. Yes. No worries. Yeah.
Oh.
Appreciate your talk again. It's all good. I'm glad that's good. Yeah.
How did they fucking for you?
But yeah, I may email you.
Okay, sounds good.
My brother is very like incentivized to help you with like
Yeah.
he's like. Have I told you about him?
Yeah. You
No,
put us.
yeah, but have I told you what he's doing actually in Princeton?
No.
So he's been vegan for many years, and he started this non-profit to save whales and animal like sea mammals in Israel. Help like a lot of research centers across the world, and this professor now took him to help him like save sea mammals in the East Coast to quantify like oceans, and yeah, that's crazy. So
Wasn't his PhD like biophysics?
so he did biophysics.
But now he's sort of doing animal stuff.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not.
good.
You're not.
That's
yeah,
good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he's in Princeton, raising a vegan daughter. So yeah,
Oh, nice.
he's definitely down to help.
I'd love to meet him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again.
Thanks again.
It's all good. Love you. Thank you for your.
You too. Yeah. Take care. Hi.
Great job.
Thank you.
I just wanted you to know that the payment via PayPal doesn't work. So I'm just gonna do it later with my.
Yeah, I think it froze for me too. I don't know why. Yeah, I was trying to just use the card myself.
So it didn't work for you either.
No, it just got stuck.
Okay.
I had two PayPal accounts, so I thought it was the wrong one, but it looks like you have the same issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Great to
Yeah.
see yourself. It's amazing. Very inspiring.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Glad you came.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
You had the gluten-free option, right? You had the
Oh my
gluten-free.
God! Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sorry, it was
It was
Amy's.
so nice of you to go out of
No,
your
no
way.
worries, no worries. Sorry, we had to go to Target.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was like Amy.
You guys brought multiple options.
Yes.
They're out there, just so you know.
Okay. Just wanted to have.
Take it to Patty's house. And
Okay, yeah.
For dinner.
Yeah.
I heard you guys were staying at her house.
Yeah, it's really good. So.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice, right?
yeah.
She's a good host. She's just open to having anybody
Yeah,
stay.
she's lovely. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll let you get
Nice to meet you. Yeah. Take care.
Do you accept cash?
Sure.
Only cash. Or if he can donate for me and I can just give him a cash.
Okay.
Whatever it is for you.
Yeah, online would be better, preferred.
Okay.
But whatever works for you guys. But thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, my pleasure.
Great to be here and hear your talk again. I wanted to ask quickly, you mentioned a student who now works at PCRM. What does he do there? Because I'm studying biochemistry, but like really interested in PCRM and like the health side of things. So I was just interested in if you know what he's
He's on the animal testing side,
Okay.
so not the plant-based. I mean, he's vegan,
Okay.
but
So are they like developing new like research methods?
his position is FDA liaison.
Okay.
So his job is to work with FDA to sort of like be in their meetings and sort of like educate FDA and sort of like pave the way for FDA to reduce animal testing all over the place.
Right.
But yeah, I think he's gonna be in their summer immersion program. That it's like for animal testing.
Yeah. Okay, I've heard of that. I don't know if I'll be able to make
Yeah.
it this summer, but I definitely want to go at some point.
PCRM is a very good nonprofit.
Yeah. I went to
Highly recommend.
ICNM
Yeah,
like 2 years ago or something.
I've actually seen you there.
I think we might have spoken there as well, but yeah, it was great. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I guess I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yes,
Okay,
sounds
I'll be
good.
there.
Thank you for your help.
Yes, thank you so
Are
much.
you excited to do activism in Colombia?
I'm very excited. I tabled last week or whenever it was, and it was great. I hadn't done it. I hadn't done like tabling for a while. I had done like other kinds of activism and like kind of policy work and internships, but it's always really nice to have conversations with people
Yeah.
and like talk to them directly. So I really liked that.
I want to be honest with you. I know that like in especially like top universities, a lot of students don't want to like do activism. They're very like career oriented.
Yeah, yeah,
And a lot of groups end up being like social, like potluck stuff like that.
yeah.
And even through GFI, when I was giving talks, it's like you go there and there are like 10 vegans. And I'm like, great. Like it's important to talk to vegans, but like they've heard this before. Like, how do we get like non-vegans?
Yeah.
Um, this time at Columbia, unfortunately, our preservation is not in the best place. It's like learners hall, and
Learning's pretty good.
it's okay. But we used to do it around sundial.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, for table. Yeah.
And when we did it
Yeah.
outside in front of sundial, it was like conversation after conversation.
Yeah, I think because I was talking to Varad and Benjamin when they came, and they were saying they might come again in May, and like Sarah was
That
going to
would be really
reserve
good.
the sundial and learner, but the sundial is way better because like when it's cloudy and rainy out, no one's
Yeah.
outside, but like that day it was beautiful weather, but
Yeah.
we were still a learner, so
Usually something happens, presidential inauguration or something.
yeah, yeah,
But if we can be there. But the thing is, we visit once a semester, but you guys are always there. So
Yeah.
that's the whole idea.
yeah,
And I know that there is another group. Generally, when you do activism, you're going to come across like vegans who say, oh, don't do this like event, don't do this like dog meat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because, but at the end of the day, we've been doing it for such a long time. It just works so well.
yeah. No, I think the dog meat event is great. I did it at NYU in Washington Square Park. We did get kicked out because we didn't like make a reservation. We were handing out food, but we got in some good conversations.
Yeah.
So yeah,
A conversation at the table are fantastic.
yeah,
Every now and then you see like somebody like post something online because they don't even know what's going on.
right.
So my encouragement for you is that to have courage to sort of ignore it, like just do what you think is the right thing to do.
Yeah,
And that's how we change it. We need to be out there and have conversations.
totally.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
All right,
too.
I see
Thank
you.
you again.
My pleasure. Yeah. Hey.
We can take a photo.
Oh yeah, sure, let's do it.
So long. Give you a little promo.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we can stand on one side of it if you want. I was thinking you and I can be on one side,
Yeah.
and then that thing is
Yeah, there you go.
awesome.
It was so good to see you.
I didn't even know you were in New York.
I live in Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. What are you up to? What are you working with?
I'm not working right now, so I've got a lot of time to volunteer.
So if I need volunteers, are you up for it?
Yeah.
Good, good.
I'm about to
Get a
lead
photo
a
with
to the Richland Beagle Rescue.
I did. Oh yeah.
My hands full right now.
Okay, 1, 2. Okay, and I'll do one like this too. 1, 2.
Great.
I know Dr. Professor was. Yeah, I'm so honored. Did you get that? You getting this?
I love your talk, by the way, and I love that you are.
It's a squares.
Oh, thank you so
I just
much.
realized you're.
They were introducing these topics to college students. I think you work for the one English professor.
Thanks so much.
Oh,
I really
okay.
appreciate it.
That's
Thank
I was writing it down.
No, you're
Do you guys need help?
This should be good. Yeah.
Like animal rights.
How are you measuring whether you meet your goal tonight?
How do I?
How do you measure whether you're making your 2,000 tonight?
I get an email anyone who donates.
Okay,
There's
good.
a little lag.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I got you a quarter of the way there.
Okay.
So,
Thank you so much.
so question about donation. I did a one-time donation because I'm still not sure how I want to donate. So I also have a donor advised fund. But when I donate from a donor advised fund, you get mailed a check.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
I can give you an address for it.
Well, the web portal has the
Okay.
address for it. I can't.
Yes, that's the same.
I can't remember if I gave from my donor advised fund last time. But anyway, that's fine.
That works.
Cool with that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Whatever works for you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
It means the world to me.
You did a great event here. Will I see you at ICNM?
Yes, yeah, I'll be
Okay.
there for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Bye bye.
Can I join you guys at Columbia?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Yeah,
Monday or Tuesday?
yeah. Colombia is a little tricky because in order to get in, you need a QR code. If you can schmooze your way inside.
Okay.
What if we both get in at the same time? Do I have a QR code?
I think you do. Did you get an
Oh,
email?
you sent it to me. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been able to get in without. Sometimes they don't like actually scan it, so you just show them a QR code. Sometimes. So sometimes you can look. I've been able to.
I'll try. I mean, it's worth a try.
Yeah, if you're close.
He's a great. I don't know if you guys spoke, but I told you about him, right? He's with the free organizer, but he would be great at what ASAP does.
This is what I've been saying from the very beginning, and what I'm always talking to our activists about, because there's such anxiety around: are we turning people vegan fast enough? Like, no. That's not what we're doing here. We're finding the next generation of documentary filmmakers, academics, politicians, athletes who are going to take these conversations out into.
So do the next presentation for me.
No, I admire you a lot, and I'll definitely try to come.
Yeah, we're supposed to join. Like we're gonna try to do the tour together, but they adopted another dog, with problems. So
It's crazy.
gotta leave her back.
So yeah.
He's crazy.
What do you do for work?
Well, so my wife and I established a business like 7 years ago now that we sell like some pain management products. It's quite nice because I have time to do activism, like basically
You're your own
basically
boss.
full time.
Good.
And my wife's an artist, so I do a lot of writing, a lot of activism online, and
He's super committed to create like a super safe environment for the activists, meaning like we are a team, like
we really try to bring uplifting energy to the movement. That's one of the things early on that was identified as like, especially with street outreach, was this sort of despair and how people were quitting activism or not starting in the first place because they felt like this is a place I'm going to go be more depressed. I'm already depressed. Now what? I'm going to go look at slaughterhouse footage and get pissed off at people and
being yelled at.
that's not what it's like. And so I'm always trying to tell people this is actually a place where we come to heal, where we have conversations with open-minded people who it's so when we see them make the connection, we see their eyes light up. This helps our activists in their everyday life with their mental health. So it's been good.
Yeah.
I think it's been successful.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope he will be able to get in. He'll be great at
We're
this.
gonna be at UPenn too. It's not that far, right?
Yeah.
UPenn.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, we're around.
They're around before we go to UNC, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'll see you Monday.
Sounds good.
I'll text if I have questions, all right?
Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for awesome.
Thank you. Hopefully I see you.
Thank you. Heading out.
Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Good to see you all.
So proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I heard you guys are going to do a boot camp this summer.
I want to.
Okay.
We got a bunch of really, really, really good students.
Yeah. Nice.
Bunch of Bryans.
Seems like it. Yeah. Good.
So I really want them to meet each other and.
Good. Yeah, it seems like the Binghamton guy is good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Where?
So we were at CMU.
Yeah.
Um, I'm still live, by the way. But yeah, CMU Kenneth is fantastic. Love the guy. And then we thought that it makes sense to go to University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And then we have a great student there. Went to Rutgers.
Okay.
So that's going to be a new university. Also
Yeah.
a fantastic application.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
got rid of a few slackers.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
It was
All right.
nice meeting
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Your speech was, I mean, he's been telling me about you for years. It's like, I met this guy like years ago at AB, and he must have come. I met this guy. He's a genius. He's like, and he's been wanting to do this trip with you guys for a long time. So I'm really glad
I'm so glad. Yeah.
it's working out. Yeah.
Thank you. He's too kind, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's really lovely to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Bye bye. See you around. Hello, everyone. We have 8 people live today. That's that New York City behind me. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of New York City. It's really loud and smelly. And I have misophonia. If you don't know what misophonia is, you should look it up. It's like, you know how you touch cats and they get overstimulated? That's me with noise. So it's small noises. And just imagine being here with hunks and just, all the loud noises of the cars. Not my favorite city. But still come here because we have a chapter at Columbia University and love to support the students. And hello, guys. Hello, Jake and everyone else. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching what we do. I'm going to be giving a talk on Monday. I don't think I'm going to live stream that. It's going to be in a classroom. On Tuesday, I'm going to go live at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'm going to live stream my talk at Columbia. And feel free to join me. And, I actually have headache a little bit today because it's been a long day. But you heard the spiel. If it's in your power, please go to alliedscholars.org and donate. Even if it's like buying me a cup of coffee, all of it goes to save animals. I have to say this, ASAP, this nonprofit, you will never get an email from me that I'm on vacation, I'm on sabbatical. We never have a day off. The way that it works with the team is that when they get really close to getting tired, they just tell me, and then they're just gonna have their day off until they can recover. So I definitely care about people's mental health, but we don't have anything like we are gonna be closed for Thanksgiving. We're gonna be closed for 5, 6 days for, I don't know, Christmas holidays. Because the work never ends. Every single day animals are dying. Every single day we should be out there and help them. It's not like any random corporation that we just close down. That's not how it works. Our work is a matter of life and death. Every single opportunity that we miss to be out there to talk to students, that's someone's life, but potentially many animals' lives. We can't afford that. So this is not your regular nonprofit that closes the last 20 days of December. And I tell you this, as I email lots of other leaders of animal rights movements, lots of other nonprofits, you always get this email back that, sorry, I'm gone for the next 20 days or gone for Christmas. If you email me after 5 p.m., don't expect a reply back. None of that. There are very few organizations like PCRM, Physicians Committee, PETA, the work culture is really like serious. And I really want ASAP team to be as serious. We want A+ team. And the most important thing for me is to hire the right people. People who don't look at their job as 8 to 5, they look at their job as a matter of life and death. It's really an honor to work in this movement, and animals are the most voiceless, animals are the most neglected. And yeah, I look at it as a fight, as a battle. Um, think about this like old battles when people went with, bye guys, with big armies. You settle down at night, you feed the army. Next day you wake up and you march. There is no like, oh, it looks like it's Christmas. We are not fighting today. That just doesn't work. Think about World War II. Armies don't stop fighting because it's Christmas, because it's a holiday, because it's July 4th. It doesn't work that way. So this is the team that I'm trying to build. So please help. There are some ways that you can help ASAP that is completely free. So one is that you can just donate, even if it's $1 per week, per month, per year, per century. The other way is for your birthday, for your anniversaries. You can just say, instead of buying me gift, donate to ASAP. Usually we have fundraisers. You can simply just share that stuff. You can share any video that even if it's not about fundraising, if it's like an ASAP student who is, just doing outreach in their university, feel free to share that so others can see that. So, another good way to help us, if you know a vegan student on any college, send them our way. I would love to support them. So there are so many ways you can help us. You just have to want. And so with that, thank you again for joining and spending your time with me and spending your energy and caring about animals and caring about ASAP. I'm honored. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have the live stream go on for a little bit longer and then end. So I'll see you soon.
I think you were lucky. Yeah, you've seen the menu. You were. He was there.
It should be on the ground.
Just like, why is what they had to do?
Yeah.
So it's like,
We should do it, and there's ones that are more successful than others.
Trust me, I can talk. I have a question. Do you ever do any reading, like on vegan books, or you never have any time?
Books?
Yeah. I brought something for you. This is a classic. She's from like, she was this in the 90s.
I haven't read it, but I've heard about the book a lot. Yeah, I know it's very good.
You think you
So,
have look
yeah,
to have it?
thank you.
Look at, because I can get myself another copy. Look at, women and this about how, women are sexualized as pieces of meat. I mean, she came up with all this stuff like, I think she started writing this in the 90s. It's
What a
amazing
good
stuff.
paper. I love this book.
You could just read like, I know how busy you are, but you could just read some sections, the graphics. I have of the audiobook. So like when I'm doing my household chores, I listen to it.
Very
She's
good.
brilliant.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just recently listened to one of her lectures. She's still going strong. But she
Where is
talks.
she?
I can't remember. Not sure where she is. She gave an online lecture, but she talks about how she became a vegetarian and she noticed all the vegetarian were women. It was like a woman's thing. She talks about, meat is, tied to men and masculinity and virility, and just all the tropes, that we see about, men being men and just treating women like objects, literally like meat. And there's even like an ad of a pig that's sexualized, like as a woman. Like these things are in the society that we don't really see because it's sort of subconscious, but she brings it out. So I think you could just flip through it.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much.
I know how busy you are, but it's really
Thank you. Thank you.
great, like a Bible almost.
Yeah. Heavy paper too. So it's a book. I like that.
So I'm looking forward to Monday.
Sure.
So you saw some of the texts, the responses. The students are, a little bit heartless. So maybe we can do a different approach because some of them are on board. Some of them are like, oh my God, this is horrible. But a lot of them are like I'm not going to eat less meat. I'm not giving it up. So maybe we have a softer way into it. I don't know. What do you
Yeah, I'll think about it. Let's see.
maybe talk about? I know.
We'll definitely talk about culture a little more.
That, yes, you grew up with this, yeah.
Yeah.
But that traditions change.
Are you getting more students this time with the philosophy or like other
I hope
departments?
so. We're gonna send out another email Monday
Good.
morning. I did talk to the philosophy department, and I'm gonna send out another Monday morning. I'm gonna say, by the way, if you bring someone, you get extra credit. Right now, they're coming off spring break, so they're forgetting everything. So Monday morning, I'm gonna hit them with these announcements.
Very good.
I'm in the older building. I'm trying to think. Do you want? Maybe I can tell you to meet me there because it's. Would you prefer just meet me the one you know?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right, I'll give you. It's 17 Lexington. It's literally like a block downtown.
Yeah.
So the one you met me, it's just like you just walk like one block down and it's there. It's called 17 Lex. I'll send you a picture of it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Send me the address.
Yeah, I'll send you the address. So you meet me there, and we'll go up to. Well, it starts at 3. So what time do you think you want to?
If you ever happen to be around there. I don't think
2:30. I'll meet you at 2:30. Not later than 2:30.
Yeah, maybe 2:15, 2:30. Yeah, I'll be in the lobby. We'll set everything up. You want to go to that Italian restaurant? They look good, pizza.
we just got on a pit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Chef Guy.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
went to the
Chef
Oscars.
Guy.
This is called Coletta. This is his Italian. It's right around the corner from the school.
Okay.
So
All right. Okay.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
That was fun. It was an honor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Do you happen to be an activist as like based in the area also?
I met you once, but I know you met a bunch of people, but I met you once, and I told you the same thing I'm going to tell you now. I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
I like all of you guys reels. I'm sure you know Quran and
Yeah, Karan.
yeah.
You're based here?
No, I come here sometimes, but I'm in South Jersey, so Philly's a lot more convenient.
Okay.
And honestly, like
We have another event at Philly, so feel free to.
yes. I didn't even know about
I have
that
a talk.
until Elaine told me.
Yeah, I have a talk, and then there is another fundraiser there. One great way you can help me is just get locals, show up to the talk and fundraiser.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna do the dog meat?
Yeah,
By chance?
always.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But I just want to let you know I appreciate everything you do, and I think something like that is so important because I feel like so many people unfortunately still think that veganism is a diet,
Yeah.
which or even a lifestyle. Like it's about us, it's about vegans. I was like, no, it's about them,
Yeah.
them, and that's to do with morals.
Exactly.
So I really appreciate
Thank you.
everything, and I'm just so curious. Like, I guess this is like part of the Q&A that did happen.
I was going to, but people
I'm so
did them.
curious, like, how do you sleep? Like, it seems like you're doing things 24/7. Like, how, like, how do you have time to do everything? And even like play the piano. Like, how? If you don't mind me asking.
No, I don't know.
Like,
There is.
have you always been like good with time management?
No, I also think I waste a lot of time. Honestly, I think I could do better.
But we're always our own like worst critic as well.
Yeah. There's definitely enough time. I mean, like I don't I don't have like this is my life, you know. It's
But I know
like
you don't you also do stuff with alternative protein?
I quit that job. Yeah, I used to
Oh,
do that in this.
for some reason I thought you
No,
did
you're
that
right. Until
at the
last
same
year.
time. I was like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, so I moved to this from last September full time.
Well,
Yeah,
congrats. It's
thank you.
awesome. And I'm excited to see, this movement, specifically with ASAP, just continue
Yes.
growing. I used to be close with Kamari. I
Yeah.
was curious, like, is he still
I don't.
with you?
No, I don't know what happened to him.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure he was okay.
Disappeared.
I
Yeah.
hope he's okay. But last time I talked to him, he said that he was going to be working for you in Canada. I don't know if you have ties to like Toronto activism, but
I might soon, because one of my students is graduating and will go to Toronto, most likely.
gotcha.
But yeah, I haven't heard from Kimari.
Oh, it's a shame. I
What
hope
do you
he's
do?
okay. What do I do? I'm an accountant.
I can tell.
And literally, you can tell?
I know. I said accountant. You said.
Oh, I thought you
Is
said
that what
I
you
can
said?
tell. Yeah, I'm an accountant. I do not like it, as you can tell by the eye roll. But I mean, I work remotely, so I love being with my dog and stuff. But like, literally, I'll be working, and I'm like a lot of other vegans that just
I am looking
constantly
for a
the animal.
part-time
I did
finance.
consider it. I
Okay,
don't
just
think I'm
one
good
letting you
enough,
know.
honestly.
Okay.
I have a lot of imposter syndrome,
Yeah.
and like, you guys deserve someone that like you deserve like a CPA, like someone that really knows their
Yeah.
shit, and like I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm
I appreciate
not
the
that good
honesty.
of an accountant.
Just
But
one.
if I was really good at it, I would like.
I really appreciate.
But I mean, I'm definitely interested in like helping the movement, in a lot of different ways. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I started donating.
What was your? Oh, thank
I'm
you.
Brooke.
Thank you.
And I want to look around it.
What do you want?
What?
Oh, okay.
No, nothing here. I just wanted to look at what this is.
Yeah, please take. This is like any of the leaflets. Those are the things we give people. So
For everything for this.
yeah, of course. So if they're like into plant-based, oh, where do I get my protein? So that's what we give them. If they have issues with humane, that's that. Vegetarians get this. This is our typical one.
Nice.
Because then when they walk around campus, they also see that. So now they get the same exact like leaflet.
Yeah, with like an
So that's
explanation.
yeah, exactly.
Be like, what do you mean? It's
Exactly.
just a diet.
So now they have a talk about it. They get the same leaflet, and tomorrow they see the same sign. And when they have a lot of excuses, they get this one.
Do you have anything that you want to do differently in the next 5 years? For 10 years? Or is there something that like, if with enough donations, you would be like, oh, if we had enough
So-
money, we would do X.
Yeah, more donations means more chapters
Of course.
and more events in existing chapters. How do you do that? Hire local activists. So you know Benjamin, right?
Yeah.
With H.
Yeah, with AAC.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
But I know he works for you as well.
Yeah, that Benjamin.
Yeah, he's an awesome activist.
Yeah. So now he and another person, Vara, they're going to certain chapters and doing a lot of events in those chapters. So we really need more of that in other regions.
Okay.
That's going to be the plan.
Awesome.
But as long as you go to a campus and you don't see vegan stuff, I'm like, there's more to do.
We gotta like have our propaganda.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of similar to marketing. The fact that we can't go anywhere without seeing McDonald's, you gotta literally force it down people's throats.
Yeah, exactly.
My school on Monday.
Gotcha. So he's gonna talk.
And there's like resistant. Based cultures, yes, helps. Try to have a soft approach. I got complaints. I believe so. There's like a gate, and there's like an intersection. Yes. And you said we're supposed to take these? Thank you.
So you won't miss it. You can miss it because you're the people still in it.
They didn't really know. It didn't. Exactly. Just said, you don't get your consent. And they come to my class and he's showing up to this footage. Not here, but Monday.
You know,
Yeah, we should do like an outreach with students there.
So we were thinking maybe when you do the Columbia thing, we could step by and help out.
Sure. I don't know if we were gonna be inside or outside. If
Yeah.
it's inside, you guys probably talked about
Kind
it.
of depends. I know like they have the QR code thing. Columbia's like really locked down for like
no reason. It's been that way since I started going there, where you have to like get the QR code to go inside.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can't just go in?
It used to be like that after Israel Plus and stuff.
Yeah, it never stopped. Like they never went back to like before when you could just walk into Columbia. It's like you have to get a QR code and like go.
The bad rules never disappear. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Once it's like, they make it into their space. Oh, so we couldn't even go in anyway. Then.
Yeah.
Even try to.
And I think like yeah, we ended up tabling inside between like crossing together.
Yeah.
All right,
Right, so
see you.
looking forward to it. Yeah.
I do go by Christmas, the full thing.
Bye. So thank you so much.
You.
Yeah. See you on Monday.
On Monday.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, actually, you're.
You did fantastic, by the way. So good. Yeah.
No, I don't know anybody, but then.
All right, guys. Again, please go to alliedscholars.org. It should be under any of my videos too. If you can, please donate, even if it's just whatever you can. You don't have to be rich. Just think about buying, students a cup of coffee. Next time you have a beer, you don't need beer. It's gonna hurt your health. And instead of that, consider just donating that bottle of beer, the money for it, not the beer. Don't send us beer. Um, to the animal rights movement. It's the most neglected injustice, and we have a good solution, but I can't do this alone. I need help. So this is your opportunity to be a part of the biggest infrastructure for unified animal rights activism in universities. And so with that, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the other side.